open our Bibles to 1 Kings chapter 6, verse 2, we read that the temple King Solomon built for the Lord was 60 cubits long, 20 wide, and 30 high. A footnote in the NIV explains that this is about 90 feet long, 30 feet wide, and 45 feet high. 2 Chronicles 3:3 confirms these figures. For the structure, the Bible tells us in 1 Kings 5, verses 15 and 16, that 153,300 persons were employed to build it. Furthermore, 1 Kings 6:38 lets us know that the temple took 7 years to build. Employed in the construction of this structure, 1 Chronicles 22:14 says that 100,000 talents of gold, 1,000,000 talents of silver were collected. Few take notice of these details when reading the biblical story of the building of Solomon's temple, but it should give one pause if one considers, for comparison's sake, the construction of the Great Pyramid at Giza. The pyramid is more than 10 times larger than Solomon's temple, at 481 feet high at its completion, with a 756-foot base. And yet, a construction management study carried out by the firm Daniel, Mann, Johnson, and Mendenhall, in association with Mark Lerner and other Egyptologists, estimated that the total project required an average workforce of 14,567 people and a peak workforce of 40,000. That's 138,733 fewer workers to construct the Great Pyramid on average than the Bible says was used to construct the relatively minuscule temple of King Solomon. The management company estimated the Great Pyramid was completed within the 23-year reign of the pharaoh commanding its construction, and perhaps even in as few as 10 years, just 3 more than the Temple of Solomon. Furthermore, the talent was the heaviest biblical unit of measurement for weight and is believed to have been the equivalent of approximately 75 pounds. Therefore, if we are to believe what the Bible reports, 7,500,000 pounds of gold and 75 million pounds of silver were used to build a structure 90 feet long, 30 feet wide, and 40 feet high. That would be 3,403 and 34,020 metric tons, respectively. These are nearly the same weights as 17 gold or 175 silver AC-6000 CW diesel locomotives. Not to mention the fact that up until 1492, Thomson Reuters GFMS estimates that only 12,780 metric tons of gold had been extracted worldwide. That's over 2,500 years after the construction of Solomon's temple in the mid-10th century BCE. That would place the world's cumulative gold supply at a far lower number at the time of construction. And then, of course, there's all that silver. According to figures gathered from the silverinstitute.org, 1.8 billion ounces of silver are estimated to have been mined worldwide by about 600 BCE, some 300 years after the building of King Solomon's temple. The 34,020 metric tons of silver used to build Solomon's temple equals just a fraction over 1.2 billion ounces of silver, leaving a paltry 500 million ounces, or approximately 14 metric tons of silver, available for the rest of the world. Why did it take so many people to construct such a relatively small structure, and why did it take so long to do so? And how is it the tiny kingdom of Israel got its hands on practically the entire planet's supply of silver and gold?